gonna play the other music before it came in, but it came in like that. How are y'all doing today? Welcome to the Jeremy Hill. I got took by surprise because it's supposed to play the other music, but it didn't. Okay, what we're gonna do today is talk about the death of the traditional family. And when I talk about that, they're gonna go for everybody of every ethnic group, but I am gonna be focusing in the beginning on the black community, of course. So I got some good clips here from an intellectual gentleman, and he's gonna break down the fact that slavery didn't have nothing to do with the breakdown of the black American family. We hear that shit all the time. You know I don't like to hear that. Y'all know how I feel about how people come on with everything is slavery's fault, everything's the white man's fault. They don't want to take no individual accountability. So what really tore apart our families, one generation, and it had nothing to do with the generation that was in slavery or Jim Crow, really, what kind of? It was the generation of the welfare people. When welfare came into existence, that's when we started falling apart in the 1960s. And let me prove that to you. We're going to get to it right now. Hold on for a second as I pull it up on the screen. Hope y'all ready for this. There's a lot of information on everything I'm going to show you tonight. Let's get it.
And I'm quoting you, arguably the most consequential of these was the decline in two-parent families.
Yes.
Close quote. Explain that one. Among African Americans.
Yes.
We're still talking about African Americans.
Well, you know, when they talk about things like this, they talk about the legacy of slavery.
Right.
And I argue, well, empirically, it's not that, it's the legacy of the welfare state. Because as of 1960, which is almost 100 years after slavery ended, the majority of black kids were being raised in two-parent households.
The majority of black kids, 100 years later, after slavery, the majority of black children was raised by two-parent households. The two-parent household, the nuclear family, existed more then than it does now. 100 years after slavery, during Jim Crow, during extreme systemic racism, the family, the black family, was together. Let's keep going.
But within one generation after the welfare state, that had dropped down to a minority. So that the majority of black kids today are raised in one-parent households. When you think about it, I mean, centuries of slavery and generations of Jim Crow did not destroy the black family. But one generation of the welfare state did.
One generation. Why? Because when welfare came along, it told the black woman that if you want us to take care of you, you cannot have the man in the household. That's how this works. And it still works like that today. Had nothing to do with slavery, had nothing to do with massa and all the other shit. And even if you look at the Monahan report, which I think he's going to cover some of this as well, and I'm going to have statistics and all this shit for you as well during this live stream today. But it's from that generation who accepted welfare. Let's keep going.
The Moynihan report, what was it? A call for national action.
Yes.
The Negro family, a call for national action, 1965, and even 50 years ago. And his principal point of alarm, and again, now I'm trying to recall the statistics, but I believe the out-of-wedlock birth rate among African Americans in 1965 was 25%.
Something like that, yeah.
And he was so alarmed that he wrote this report, and today it's over 70%. And by the way, the rate among whites is over 1/3 at this stage.
Yes.
So how does the family breakdown fit into an economic understanding? Is it something, the social breakdown of the American family is something that we have to understand aside from the tools of economics? It just doesn't fit into supply and demand curves in economic history?
This occurred at a time when the black income was rising. And so we're saying that previous generations of blacks with lower income and more racial barriers the family stuck together under those conditions.
Now think about what he's saying now. When black people made less money and had more oppression, they stuck together. Now, black women, black families are the most freest they ever been in American history. But we cannot keep a nuclear family. Okay? And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to stop jumping in so much because I have a lot to unpack here. But let's go ahead and keep going. Before I go any further, let me put some of y'all on the screen. Hello, Mr. Lawrence. Oh, yeah, thank you for the Cash App. I just seen it on my Gmail. Thank you for sending that to me. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna get Pimp Jeremy tonight. You might get quiet, intellectual, introverted Jeremy Hill tonight. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Jay Nelson? I see you in the house, man. Hey, what's up, FPP boy? I gotta get my glasses on. I never do that, but anyway. Said the realest brother on YouTube. Thank you, man, for that compliment, man. Mr. Lawrence said you can email me at that email address. That's true. Randy Baker, what's up, brother? How you doing? That's right, y'all. Hit the like button. Let's see. Bizza Bobbin, what up, man? How I see you, man? Anointed, trying to keep it classy, man. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. Hey, what up, David? How you doing? Good evening to you as well. Let me see. If dude opened up the phone line, he'll be big. I do open up the phone line, man. You'd be surprised who'd be scared to talk to me, though, man. I do. But thank you for that wonderful compliment. I'll open it up today at the end of this. I have a lot to unpack. If anybody want to contribute something to the content tonight, you're more than welcome. You know what I mean? I'll open up the email for y'all to email me, okay? And then I get to you, okay? KK, my parents been married that's a blessing. Over 60 years, that's a blessing now. Peace and prosperity to everybody out there watching. Keisha being for real said, hi, Mr. Hill. I saw this clip too. Yeah, he has a lot of information concerning our people. That's true. Yeah, hit that like button. Hit the like button, everybody. Let's see. Derek Kesey. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Hill. Peace and blessings to you too, man. Peace to all of y'all. Let's go ahead and get back into the subject matter. Hold on one second.
And under the new conditions, which were advertised to make for great progress, in fact created retrogressions. And I think many people who were gung-ho for the idea that this was going to be progress simply cannot bring themselves to look at the evidence and say, my God, we made things worse.
Economic facts and fallacies. A fallacy is that the current fatherless families so prevalent among contemporary blacks are a legacy of slavery, where families were not recognized under slavery. This ignores the fact that the problem has become much worse among generations of blacks far removed from slavery than among generations closer to the era of slavery.
Again, notice what he's saying now. It was better for black people that was closer to the era of slavery than it is for black people who are far removed from the times of slavery, Jim Crow, where only black folks can go out the back. Black folks had black water fountains and all this segregation stuff. Black people, when we had more oppression, did better when it came to the nuclear family. We fell apart during the 1960s. That's when we fell apart. That's when it all fell apart. When the government began giving black people money and said, look, we'll take care of you. Taking away the woman's dependency on the man to be able to provide and protect for his family. This is the reason why we are there today. Okay? And because of the welfare situation, women think that if they can just live outside of marriage and have a whole bunch of kids, each kid is a damn paycheck.
Close quote. Explain that.
You mean explain why it is so, or
yes? See, why is that? Why? What on earth is going on there? That is so counter to what we assume.
Well, first of all, the people, most people have not recognized the fact that if you go back into the 20s, you find that married couple families were much more prevalent among blacks then than today. You find also, incidentally, that the blacks had, as late as 1930, blacks had lower unemployment rates than whites. So all these things that we complain about and attribute to the era of slavery, those things should have been worse in the past than in the present.
Right.
But in fact, they're worse in the present than in the past.
Right.
And I think if you want to look for a turning point, it would be since the 1960s.
And what happened in the 1960s?
Oh, you began to have not only the welfare state, you began to have the mindset that goes with the welfare state.
The mindset that goes with the welfare state is, I don't have to work. I don't have to do anything. All I got to do is lay on my funky ass and receive checks. I will always be taken care of. And these are the main women. Most time, now there's men on it too, but you know what I'm talking about. But these are the main reason why women are not trying to get off their ass and be anything. A lot of times in the hood, the majority of people that's on welfare are able-bodied people who refuse to work because they are fucking lazy. Now, welfare is for people who actually need it. But we all can agree that the welfare system has been abused by many ethnic groups, and I'm speaking about mine in particular tonight, okay? There's a lot, and what's so funny about them? The majority of these people who say, I'm talking about you women right now, who say that you are independent and that you are boss divas or on welfare or you're getting some type of government assistance. It's easy to be a boss chick when your damn rent is $15. It's easy to be a boss diva when your fucking rent is $2. It's easy to be a boss bitch when the only thing you really got to pay for is just some food, but then you get money for that. And then you get child support payments on top of that if you got kids. If you got a man who actually pays his child support. And then it's easy to be a boss diva when you get food stamps and you sell them food stamps. I'm sorry, maybe I should say food stamps. Now I'm going to go ahead and say food stamps. It's easier to be a boss chick when you can sell your food stamps to get some more funky ass lashes, fake ass pink red weave, and some of that funky ass glitter lotion that you put on your skin with all the glitter that make you shine like the 4th of July. It's easy then. Let's keep going. I don't want to keep jumping. I got too much to show.
1960s.
Oh, you began to have not only the welfare state, you began to have the mindset that goes with the welfare state, so that there was no stigma any longer attached, for example, to being on relief or welfare.
And so, but why? Well, illegitimacy is exploding now among, it's high among Hispanics,
yes.
and it's exploding among whites. But the Moynihan report, when was that, Tom?
Oh, in the 60s.
60s.
65.
When Moynihan talked about the illegitimacy rate among
yes.
blacks, which was exploding then. So what if the welfare state changes the way Americans think?
Yes.
Why did black Americans prove susceptible to that change first?
Because they were poor. I don't think that many Asian American girls who are preparing to go off to Stanford or Harvard are going to say, hey, well, I can live on welfare, why should I abstain?
Nothing so turns the tables on critics of social pathology.
Excuse me. I want to go to the highlights of this. I want you to hear what he says in the beginning, then we go to another clip, because I'm going to address everything from polygamy. I want to show you how the traditional marriage is under attack. But I want to get this out the way first. I'm going to show you how men are celebrating the fact, like one guy like you already know, he's famous on TikTok right now, gone viral, because he got 5 women pregnant, 5 baby mamas, and he was able to get all 5 baby mamas to go to one baby shower. And this is something that's celebrated. This is foolery. But I'm going to get to that later. Hold on.
Well, you're creating a situation where if the man stays there, the government will not give the woman welfare, and if he leaves, it will. And so they're paying. When you pay people not to get married, more people don't get married.
And that is exactly what it is. People are receiving some type of incentive to not get married or to stay together. Excuse me 1 second. I don't know where that's coming from. Hold on. 1 second, y'all. I have no idea what that is. Hold on for a second. What the fuck? Hold on 1 second, y'all. I don't know where this is coming from. Let me see something. There it is. Excuse me. I apologize for that. I have no idea where that came from. Hold on, click that out of there. All right, there it is. Sorry about that. You know, sometimes you have technical difficulties and shit, right? It's just how it goes. Now, what I'm about to show to you right now is a sick individual woman. I believe her name is Joy Reid. One of the things that we are having that's destroying the black family, and this is for every family, every ethnic group on this particular clip, is the fact that there are older people, elders, people who are successful, who want to put garbage before the eyes of your children, that they want to tell them and teach them about things in school that children should not know nothing about until a certain age, or at least give the parents the opportunity to tell the children about certain things, okay? So I'm going to show you this woman who is going to defend a book. I know some of you may heard about these book bans that people are protesting, that certain books have certain inappropriate literature in there that is too, it's too graphic for certain young minds. This is going to be a woman who's going to say it's okay to have a book that talks about anal rape, molestation, strap-ons for teenagers. It should be accessible to teenagers and anyone a little bit younger in the fucking library. Let's get to it. Let me get to it for you. Hold on 1 second. As I pull it up. There it is. That's it right there. Wait a minute, it didn't show up. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's like, this is the one for All Boys Aren't Blue, which is one of the books Moms for Liberty has pushed
Everyone
to have
should
removed.
go and see the content in this book. That's such a good idea.
And so what
Joy.
happens is you can do keyword searches and find certain keywords.
Like rape?
You can find sure.
Or anal rape or dildo.
You can find
those,
all sorts
those types
of keywords.
of words. But like,
The white lady is against it. The white lady represents a group called Moms for Liberty or something like that. Now, I want you to see classic gaslighting and classic deflection from the black lady, which is very sickening to me. Okay, but let's keep going.
Hold on, wait, let me finish my question.
Okay,
Then
great,
you can answer.
sure.
I'm going to give you time to answer, but I got to ask you first.
No, yeah, I got the question.
And so what you
Oh, whoa, we ain't gonna go no further till we get them likes up. Get them likes up. We got 30. Yeah, get them likes up, and we'll continue with this. Get the likes up, everybody, and put some of y'all on the screen. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Before we continue any further, get them likes up. Get the likes up before we continue. Now, one gentleman said, man, I like your show, man, but I can't sit around and listen to the circus music, man, until they get the likes up. And I understand that, man. I get where you're coming from with it. I really do. But to be honest with you, man, I shouldn't have to tell nobody to get the likes up. If you're watching the show for longer than 2-3 minutes, get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? Support the show. We getting there. I see it going up. Give me some more likes. This is about the traditional family, why it's being destroyed. This is good information. The information that I'm giving you is also impacting your children and also the friends of your children. When you think your children is doing all right, they also have their own circle of friends, and those circle of friends are going to influence your children. So you need to go ahead and hit the like button so I can give you this information. It's good for everybody. Let me see, I'm gonna check it right quick. All right, give me 4 more likes. 4 more likes, and we'll get into it. I'm looking at it right now. Put some of y'all on the screen while we get the likes up. All right, and put y'all on the screen while we're getting the likes up. I'm looking at the likes. Okay, give me 3 more likes. We out of there. We need 3 more likes, y'all. Go on, put your finger on that button. Now we need 2 more likes. Oh, y'all getting it now. We getting it now. We gonna do this damn thing. We gonna make it big, baby. 2 more likes so we continue the show, man. 2 more likes. Okay. We getting there. Give me 1 more like. 1 more like so we can continue. The more people are joining in, so I understand that. So give me 1 more like. Okay, there it is. All right, let's continue the show now. Now, I don't want to keep doing that, okay? If you're coming into the show, no, be courteous and generous and give a like. Appreciate that.
you find is the keywords that you find, the N-word, anything, words like you just used, then you'll get out of context passages from the book. And then based on that, Moms for Liberty members are going to places like Broward County School Board meetings, reading out of context passages from these books, and then demanding that the school board remove them.
So what's
that
the
is the way.
Yeah.
The question I'm asking is, what is the expertise that you have and other Moms for Liberty advocates have to decide that a book, an award-winning book like All Boys Aren't Blue, isn't appropriate for?
Okay, this is that bullshit, right? You do not have to be an expert in anything to know the difference between right and wrong. All right. If you do not want your children to read things that concern anal rape, molestation, strap-ons, other graphic sexual things, you don't have to be an expert when it comes to that. You know what is morally right and what is morally wrong. I can give a damn if people like the book and they say this is an award-winning book. I don't give two shakes of a thought's ass what they say. If they're my children, I control my household. I have to protect my children from these horrible things. That's enough work right there. And then here it is, the ones who are supposed to be teaching the children are exposing them to the worst shit they can possibly expose them to. Now, keep in mind, children going to find a way to find this shit themselves anyway. So why do they need more help from adults to get that way? 50 years old, 50-year-old people, 40-year-old people, 60-year-old people is behind this shit, want kids to read shit like this. Let's keep going.
For students to read. What is your expertise?
What a tragic story of a young man who's anally raped by his adult family member. So you have incest, rape, pedophilia. Joy, you said you'd let me answer, so I'm going to answer
Please
for
do.
you. In what context is a strap-on dildo acceptable for public school?
Now look at that. Now this is a great question. Now, all of you out there, I know a lot of you don't have no degree. A lot of you don't. Some of you barely made it through high school. Some of you never finished high school. But you got enough damn common sense to know that there is no appropriate time for a child to read a book about a damn strap-on, right? Now, she's going to ask this black lady named Joy, when is there an appropriate time, a great time to know about that? And watch how she deflects. Watch how she gets defensive. Watch how she avoids the answer because she put her on the spot. Because anybody with damn common sense know that there is never an appropriate time to teach a child about these things.
Appropriate for students to read. What is your expertise?
What a tragic story of a young man who's anally raped by his adult family member. So you have incest, rape, pedophilia. Joy, you said you'd let me answer, so I'm going to answer
Please
for you. In what context is a strap-on dildo acceptable for public school? That's my question to you. Tell me what the context around the strap-on dildo or the rape of a minor child by a teacher.
Hold on a second.
No,
wait,
we're talking about public school.
One moment.
All right.
So now you've asked me questions.
Sure.
I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
Well, who is the main character? What's the name of the main character in All Boys Are Blue?
That was the first example of deflection. She didn't answer the question. She switched it by giving another question that had nothing to do with the question at hand.
Joy, you said you'd let me answer, so I'm going to answer for you.
Please do.
In what context is a strap-on dildo acceptable for public school? That's my question to you. Tell me what the context around the strap-on dildo or the rape of a minor child by a teacher.
Hold on a second.
We're talking about public school.
One moment.
All right.
So now you've asked me questions.
Sure.
I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
Well, who is the main character? What's the name of the main character in All Boys Are Blue?
You're asking me right now.
You just gave me very specific information about this book, so you're presenting yourself as somebody expert.
It's the gentleman.
Who's the main character in the book?
The main character is the author.
What's his name?
George, I believe is his first name.
Because you're giving me very specific information that is.
You're asking me to remember the name of an author.
You
the
just
name of the
remembered
author
very
doesn't.
specific
Joy.
Here's my question.
We're talking about
Here's my question.
You didn't answer my question.
No. I'm going to answer.
Great. I would love to hear that.
Absolutely. Well, I'm interviewing you, and you're not interviewing me. So let's just make sure it's a conversation.
Okay, great.
So what I'm saying to you is that as you are not an expert in this book,
I don't have to be an expert to know that dildos aren't appropriate for public school. I mean, come on, let's get real.
This book is a full context story, as you said, of the author's experience. Why is it your right or a Moms for Liberty activist's right to say that a parent who wants their child to have access to this book, which gives a personal experience of this author, why doesn't a liberal parent, for instance, or a parent of an LGBTQ kid, why don't they have a right for their child to just have access to this book? Why is it your right to say they can't?
So again, we're talking about incest, rape, and pedophilia.
And each parent, each parent has to decide what is appropriate for their child to read. So
can you tell me, are there any any parents who watch my program? If you this kind of parent, you can get the fuck on. Is there any parent out there who thinks it's a good idea for your children to be exposed to pedophilia, being a pedophile messing with you, rape, anal rape? Can you please tell me, if there are any parents out there who think this is a good idea to have books like this in front of impressionable minds? You already see how impressionable your young daughters are when it comes to the hip-hop entertaining women like Megan Thee Stallion, like Sexy Red. You see how the young boys are easily to be impressed by athletes and rappers and stuff. Do you really think that this is not going to be harmful to a child? Do you really believe this shit? I can't believe that this conversation is even happening, that a woman would defend that.
I want you to answer. I'm going to ask it one more time. What is your right to tell a parent who wants their child, who might feel seen by this story, why don't they have the right? Why don't they have the right as a parent to say, my child can have access to this book?
If a child feels seen by this story, that means that they have been the victim of a predator. That means
Exactly. Joy asked her, so you're going to prevent a child from reading the book that is this gross because this book would make that child feel seen. In other words, that child would have to be able to relate to the horrible things that went on in that book.
Child who might feel seen by this story. Why don't they have the right? Why don't they have the right as a parent to say, my child can have access to this book?
if a child feels seen by this story, that means that they have been the victim of a predator. That means that they have either been raped by a family member, they've experienced
and your proof of that is what?
You just said that
What's
if a
your
child
proof of
feels
that?
seen by this story. What I'm saying, Joy,
you're now making assumptions about it.
Joy, but if a child has been raped, we should do a lot better than put a book on a library
Now you're literally
shelf.
creating a story behind a child that you don't know. Let me show you a form. This is a form that can be obtained in Broward County, Florida.
Okay.
I'm going to show it to the audience, and then I'm going to show it to you. This is called
Can
the
I see
opt.
it?
Yeah,
Can I see
please.
it?
I'm going to hand it
Thank
to you.
you so much.
It's called the opt-out form.
Okay.
An opt-out form would allow any parent, because you said you are in favor of parental rights.
I am.
It would allow any parent to opt out of their child being able to take books out of the library without their parents' permission.
Okay.
So that Moms for Liberty, why not advocate that every school in America have an opt-out form so that
Okay, let's get this straight. Excuse me. The opt-out form simply means, and I want you to understand the logic behind this dumbass right here. What she's saying is, why can't a parent, sign a form that would say that my child is not allowed to read such books? That sounds like a great idea, don't it? But let me show you how subtle and sneaky the devil is. They're going to already put these type of books in front of your children's faces and eyes before you know about it. So the chances are your children could be exposed to this filth for months or years before you find out that the school is giving them access to it. That's what she's not telling y'all. She said, why don't the parent just sign out up? Let me ask you something. What parent has enough time in their day to go to the school, the public library, or go to the school library and sit down or ask the librarian for all the books that have bad content? Can you let me see? Can I read it? Who has time for that? See, let me give you an example, because the reason why she's saying the opt-out form is a good way to go when it's actually not. When you smoke cigarettes, you got a warning label. Before you smoke the cigarette, it warns you that you might get cancer or some other shit. Before you watch some shit on your Hulu, your streaming, whatever you watching, it'll give you a rating of PG-13 or rated R. This has foul cussing and all this shit. It's before you are exposed to the content. That's different. What Joy is talking about is first exposing the children to the content and then warning you later. That is dumb. That is nuttier than squirrel shit. That don't make no sense. Let's keep going.
that a parent who doesn't want their child to access a book like All Boys Aren't Blue,
Right.
that they can make that choice, because then each parent, including a liberal parent, a black parent, a parent who wants their child to read a book about African American history, then they get their
we want
rights.
children to read books.
Why
about
not just
African-American
opt
history,
out
so.
for yourself rather than tell other parents what they can and cannot?
First
have
of
their
all,
children
I
read?
think what you're talking about here is a wonderful step in the right direction. We should be having conversations about this. This is about local control. A lot of these decisions are made at the local school board level, and that's where these decisions should be made. And there should be vibrant conversations
Sure.
about what's happening in our public schools and what kids have access to. Joy, however, maybe we could just put all the books with all the graphic sexual content, the
You're
dildos,
not
the
just-
rape, the
I'm sorry.
Let's do
I'm so sorry.
Let's do
Excuse
a
me,
back room.
excuse me,
Let's put
excuse
a
me,
curtain up
excuse me.
in the library
First
like
of all,
they used
hold
to
on.
do.
One moment,
in the video
one moment.
stores. Remember
The
we were
books
little
that Moms
and you
for
would go to
Liberty,
the video
the
store.
books that Moms for
and they put
Liberty,
those
the
books,
books that Moms for
video-
Liberty.
You see, Joy can't answer none of that shit because she realizes what she's saying is a bunch of bullshit. I don't know what's going on with this country, man, to be honest with you, because I never thought that you could have a person defend this. There would be a time that, no one would defend that. But now, everything goes. Now, I'm going to play something else. that's going to deal more with the decline of the traditional family. And one of those things is alternative lifestyle. And this is not bashing nobody in the LGBTQIA. When you take it how you want to take it, I really personally don't give a fuck. I'm not talking about you in a disrespectful way at all. But what I'm saying is traditional relationships, marriages were between men and women, and they brought forth children, okay? The reason I said alternative lifestyles because now a lot of people think you can try all this other shit. Let's be married this way. Let's be married this way. Let's be married that way. And all this other shit. So now if you still believe in the old school traditional marriage, they shit on you. They make you look bad. They make you think that you're dirty and you're unclean. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. Okay? And I don't like the fact that certain individuals would love to force their personal beliefs upon me. And I'm not going to allow that. No one should feel bullied by any group of people. Let's keep going. Got more stuff for you. I like Candace Owens. Some of you may not, but I like this lady. But she make a very good point. Let's get it.
I kind of rang the alarm last year on what I guess you can only say is the explosion of polyamory. It was a particular case that I found to be very interesting out of New York City, where essentially they were asking the judge to recognize polyamorous unions. It was a throuple, 3 men, and they wanted that, forget gay marriage, now we want to say that we want to be a throuple, which calls into question whether or not the decision to acknowledge gay marriage was in fact a slippery slope for society. I would make the argument that yes, it has represented a slippery slope, that things have very quickly taken a dark turn in American society. Well, here now seems to be the...
Here we are once again. Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up. So we can continue this good message tonight. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. I put some of y'all on the screen while y'all doing your thing. Get the likes up. Yes, that's right. She is a sick bee. Get the likes up, y'all. I'm watching. We'll continue when the lights get up. It's a good fashion reversal. Yeah, that's right. I'll be putting y'all on the screen while you're doing that. If one can influence the mother, they know they can control the future offspring. That's right, man. All right, the thing is, we have a lot of rain today. I hope the weather is not messing up anything. Something popped up on my screen. It's been a very, 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 very bad rainy day. I see my camera went off. Hold on. Put it back on. It must be due to that rain. The rain has been really bad out here. I'm in Houston out here. It's been raining, pouring down really bad. Okay, let me look at the likes on my phone. Okay, let me get 4 more likes. I need 4 more likes before we continue the show. 4 more likes going. I need 3 more likes now. I need 3 more likes. 3 more likes. And you're right, Mr. Lawrence. That agenda is ungodly and unnatural. It is. To want to see a child reading filth like that and other things that we're talking about. I also believe in marriage between a man and a woman only. I do too. You see. That's right. America has become an ungodly nation. I need 2 more likes. We have 47 likes. We got 49 watching or whatnot. Well, if 1 left, you'll probably be back. Some of these guys, they leave because they refuse to hit the like button. And then they return back when the like button been hit. You don't think I know what some of these motherfuckers doing? All right, I'm just go ahead and start again now. We where we need to be. Let's get it.
The media trying to promote polyamory across the board. First and foremost, this is a headline, New York Magazine. You can see it features 4 kittens snugly, and it says, "Polyamory, a practical guide for the curious couple." This is another headline coming from USA Today. It says, "Swingers want you to know a secret. Swinging is not just about sex." Here.
Now, let me tell you something. If you do swinging, that's up to you. I'm not knocking any of that stuff you want to. But that's a bullshit lie. I've been approached by women, and I think I told some people this before. I've been approached by women who are they want to do that poly shit. It was 2 women, man. 2 sets of women that approached me, and I then talked to people who do the swinging lifestyle. It is absolutely about sex, okay? Y'all can say that shit you want to talk about, because I know I've been around and I've seen it. There are a whole bunch of fucking, and then y'all smoking, y'all drinking, y'all do whatever y'all do. Y'all form some type of bond, a cool bond, but at the end of the day, it is about sex. It is absolutely about sex. I have not met one person who is involved with swinging who is not in it for sex, okay? It's so much about sex that people who are involved in relationship where both of them are swinging and they are together, they still cheat on each other for more sex. Okay? That's a bullshit lie.
There is another headline from the New York Times. How a polyamorous mom had a big sexual adventure and found herself. Now, again,
So the mama was a hoe and she got fucked some more and then she found herself.
Seeing this happen last year, and it's very, I think, telling when it is starting to move across the court system, because New York City did side in favor in that particular case that I was just alluding to. They did side in favor of the polyamorous union. They recognized this throuple. But if you need even more proof that getting rid of a normal relationship, right? Forget marriage being between a man and woman, a relationship being between a man and a woman, and now invite everybody into your relationship. This is a real story coming out of New York, a New York City musician. His name is Zeddy Will. He is 22 years old. He recently hosted a joint baby shower for his 5 pregnant baby mamas.
Yep.
Just take a look at these pictures. These baby mamas, 5 of them all embracing each other. One of them, Ashley, 29.
5 dumb bitches and 1 guy. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I got videos I'm gonna show you about this thing a little further. But yeah, that's what it is. This is the new idea of relationships. Just knocking up women. And these women so fucking stupid. It's, okay, well, yeah, in my humble opinion, I gotta say, in my humble opinion, you bitches stupid. And then they get together and they celebrate this foolery. Man.
Revealed the startling achievement by showing off the party invitations. She was so proud of this. She's like, yes, this is okay. I am very excited about this. This is Nick Cannon culture.
Yes.
I'm excited to be sister wives. Actually, these aren't even sister wives. I think we could call this sister baby mamas, because he's not married to any of them. And yeah, she revealed the joint invitation. It says, welcome little Zeddy Wills 1 through 5. Yeah, because there's 5 little Zeddy Wills. They're all pregnant at the exact same time. They look remarkably happy in these untraditional family photos, posing outside of their, posing at their party, holding their bellies, something that should be so sacred, the beginning of a family. And they're celebrating this in just a really crass way. Ashley revealed that they've all learned to just accept one another, all of the baby mamas, because they believe that it's going to be better for the children. It's going to be better for the children. I call me crazy, call me old fashioned, call me traditional. I know, Candace, you're a Puritan. I get that sometimes. You are just becoming puritanical. Yeah, I like being a Puritan. I do not take that as an insult, but call me crazy. I personally think the best circumstance for those children would have been to have one father and one mother, and to grow up in a stable household, not in a household where the father has to divide his time across 5 different households, where he has to divide his time during the holidays, when he has to divide his time on their birthdays, whatever it is. I think that would represent a more stable household.
And she is not the only one. I agree with her 100%. Now, let me give you some TikTok videos of that dumbass dude with all those dumbass hoes. When I call you a hoe, I mean it. Now, a lot of times you hear me say lady, listen to this lady, because I'm a Southerner, and I was raised like that. It's called Southern hospitality. But at the same time, see, I have to kind of change my accent when I speak to y'all, because some of y'all don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. But the thing is, I was raised a certain type of way. All right? Daddy said, mama said, treat a woman like a lady. Daddy said, slap the hell out of a hoe. So there's a difference between hoes and ladies. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in domestic violence, but I'm just letting you know there's a difference between hoes and ladies. Like there's a difference between a wise man and a foolish man, okay? And some of you are just hoes and some of you are ladies. You know what I mean? But the stuff that you're doing is showing me that you're not wise at all. Not at all. So let me go ahead and put some more good old stuff up here for you. Let me put some of this these baby mamas. I want you to see how they look. They just so happy to be dumb as fuck. Let's go ahead and do it.
Baby number 1, baby mama number 2, baby mama number 3, baby mama number 4. If don't nobody like them green beans,
How in the fuck are you happy about saying that you baby mama number 4?
y'all give me y'all green beans. Y'all give me y'all green beans.
How come you ain't proud to say I'm baby mama number 1 and there ain't no 2? You motherfuckers want to be the 6th in line. And this is, keep around. This is not a you know how some culture they do polygamy, especially in some places in Africa. And they have wife 1, wife 2, wife 3, and all that shit, and they take care of them. This is not that type of belief. These are just baby fucking. I'm gonna tell you what it is. You are a baby mama, and you have a line of baby mamas eating some goddamn cake at a baby shower. That's all you is, a baby mama. And that man, that Negro, is still gonna get. Past behavior is a good indicator of future behavior. Let's go ahead and keep going.
Baby mama number 2, baby mama number 3, baby mama number 4. If don't nobody like them green beans, y'all give me y'all green beans. I got my baby one.
Yeah, boy, you bitches out here make me sick. Let me go ahead and play some more shit. We're gonna go into Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is one of the ones that's really leading that type of lifestyle, just getting women all knocked up and shit. Let me see if there's what else I gotta show y'all first before I get to his bunk ass. Let me see you know what, sometimes if I just want to be able to see these dudes so I can just lay hands on them. And I ain't talking about in a spiritual way. But first put a woman up here who told you, she'll tell you, I'm gonna go play it. I'm gonna just fucking play it, huh?
Let me tell you some real ass shit real quick. If my granny, my daddy, my mama, anybody in my family found out that I was with a subpar man, okay, they would whoop my ass, okay? I would literally.
Exactly. There was a time where if a woman was dealing with a man, the family members, it could be the daddy, the mama, the brothers, the sister, the uncles, the aunties, the aunts, whatever you want to call them. If they knew that the character of the man that you was dating was a fuck up, they would be on your ass. They would do everything they can to separate the two of you. And back in those days, women were more humble. Even though they might get mad about that, they would submit to the higher authority of the father, the mother, or even the elders. And it saved them a whole lot of heartache and pain. They didn't get a lot of get pregnant without being married. But now you got a whole bunch of stubborn-ass, musty-back heifers who won't listen to correction. If you cannot be corrected, you cannot be directed. So don't tell me, oh, a man, he want to get with me. I come with directions. Look here. No man should have to follow directions when dealing with a woman. Okay? You're supposed to be easy to get along with. That's a different. You know what? That's another motherfucking video. I'm about to make a motherfucking video about that shit for real. Let's keep going.
Really be chewed out. As a matter of fact, right, I've spent years of my life as a single mom, okay, once I separated from my ex-husband. And moving forward, right, my family would really help me out, right? They would help me through those tough times. They would financially support me and make sure that I just didn't fall on my face or I was, somewhere assed up. Now, the thing is, I had to be very, very, very careful, okay, about announcing to my family that I was in a relationship, that I had a man. Because the minute that I announced to my family that I had a man, they would not financially help me anymore, okay? They would not assist me anymore, okay? And
you're not supposed to because you got a man. You see, things were different back then. Men had to be responsible. I am all about responsibility when it comes to manhood. I be on y'all women ass a lot because a lot of you are not acting responsibly. Y'all doing a whole lot of shameful shit. Men are too, but the way that y'all doing it, it's like at an all-time high. Okay? You should not be with anybody, man or woman. You should not be with somebody who is not responsible, who cannot maintain their own lifestyle. That's why I don't understand about some of you heifers. You would get a man who don't have anything. He don't have a car. He don't have a job. If you do, it's sporadic. Sometimes he's employed, sometimes he's not. He always get in trouble. He's staying with his mama or he's staying with his brother. He's staying with somebody other than himself because he can't take care of himself. And then what the fuck happened is you feel let me take this man into my life. You know what that is? That's the mothering nature that you have within you, because that's what women have in them, to want to nurture. And then you get old, no good for nothing motherfucker. He see that you in that phase of where you want to nurture, and he'll take advantage of you. He'll move in with you, knock you up, skeet in your face, get you pregnant, you eat his booty. Next thing you know, y'all fighting, and you can't get rid of this motherfucker. You fuck him, he fuck you. You wake up in the morning, you turn over, he'll turn over to you. You start to put your clothes on so you can go to work. He's still in the goddamn bed. You think he gonna leave. But you walk out the door, you come back, at 9 hours later, he's still in that motherfucking bed. What is wrong with you?
Help me anymore. Okay? They would not assist me anymore. Okay? And the reason why is because I shouldn't be dealing with a man that would not, provide for me. The minute that I'm spoken for, it is no longer my family's duty, okay, to look out for me, right? It is now that man's duty to look out for me, right? My family, I was raised devoutly Pentecostal. And when a woman partners with a man, okay, biblically, scripture-wise, she leaves her father's home, okay? And she now joins her husband's home.
That's right. And also what you need to add to this is the in-laws. You should leave these people relationship the fuck alone. Because too many times, the mother-in-law or the father-in-law feel that they have to come in and try to control that relationship. That is that man's wife. When that man married that woman, you ain't got no more hold over that woman. That is just your daughter. But you cannot come into that man's house and try to run it. Okay? You stay where the fuck you at and leave these people alone so they can live their lives. If they make mistakes, they make mistakes. You made mistakes. Okay? Let your child bump their head until they learn wisdom. I had to say that because a lot of y'all, what do you think these women, some of these mothers will try to fuck their daughters' sons that they married because they get too close to the son and treat him like that's her husband. Hey, I'm just keeping it real.
Okay? So in any and everything, even before marriage, that's the mindset that my family has. Okay? You are no longer our responsibility. You are now his responsibility. This made me very, very selective. Okay? I could not fuck around. Okay, baby? I could not fuck off. All right? Because knowing that I'm going to lose that support, because I have now entered into a relationship with somebody, okay, made me really, really evaluate, okay, my relationships. It really, really made me make sound choices and sound decisions. Right?
But what she's saying is, back when women would actually listen to the father and the mothers and the elders in that family, it made them select better men. This is why you have to listen to wisdom. This is why you got to seek out the counsel of elders, okay? Not just any old motherfucker. There's old motherfuckers who don't know shit and they foolish. I'm talking about those who are actually wise, who actually got shit going on in their life and they are successful. You need to talk to them. Because when you are underneath that control, see, the patriarchy actually protects you. The matriarchy don't do shit for you. Because when you have a man running shit, he gonna look out for his whole family, his daughter especially. And then when you listen to the man and the father, it would force you to choose a better man because you say, man, I can't fuck with him. Because my daddy will whip his ass. He'll do some shit to me. My daddy won't approve of that. And it saved you a whole lot of heartache and pain because you know you had to run it through your daddy first. And we need to get back to that shit. We need to good fathers, not the bad ones. We need to get back to where these women, our daughters, feel that they can come to the fathers and that they need to run shit. See, y'all don't like when I say shit like that. Y'all think that I'm being, what do you call it, a male chauvinist? No, we didn't get back to what it used to be. We had more success like that. I done showed you in the beginning about how we were closer together in the 50s before the 60s and all the other shit because this is how things went. You have to get back to respecting a man's point of view. That's the problem. You think men don't know shit. We do. We need to have our daughters to run shit. Fuck all this damn, I'm going to do what I want shit. You doing what you want have got you in the position that you're at right now. You need to go back to where men had the final say. I know you don't like it, but I'm not talking about any men. I'm talking about good men. When we need to get back to where men have the final say. That's what it is. Because when a woman has the final say, you see what happened? Y'all leading in y'all are leading in evictions. You are leading STDs. You are leading in obesity cases. You are leading in a whole lot of other shit I can't think of right now. Because y'all have the final say in your matriarchy. But when it's the patriarchy, you don't have that shit. That should tell you, the numbers alone should tell you what side you should be on. It should be on the men's side.
Right? Dating is one thing. They'll be like, okay, you dating or whatever, we still gonna be here for you. But don't you dare come tell us, all right, that this your man, okay, but you're in need, okay? Because we're not gonna understand that. That my daddy would say, hey, if that man is you struggling and you have that man ain't doing his job, and you need to let his ass go. Okay? You need to let his ass go. Why? Because
that is exactly what a man will say. If you're a real father, that is exactly what we would say. But since now women are running the household, a woman would tell her daughter who's going through the same exact thing, give him a try. You got to stay with him. You got to support him. A man would say, cut that lazy motherfucker off. Get him out your life. And if he don't want to listen, I'll make him listen. That's what a man would say when it comes to his daughter. A woman, most time, not all, but most time, women say shit like, oh, girl, you got to, when he's down, you got to support him and shit. Fuck that. That ain't what we say as men. We want a man to be a man. And if you got a daughter, you want your daughter to be with a man, not with a bitch. Y'all need to get back to the patriarchy. Ain't nothing wrong with the patriarchy. You just don't like rules, regulations. You don't like structure. That's what it comes down to. Patriarchy is structure and rules, expectations, consequences. That's what men bring. Women bring a whole bunch of, hey, let's go smoke and let's drink some Casamigos, and you're all wrapped up in your feelings type shit. And that's look where you at now.
Because my daddy's a provider. Okay, my daddy's a provider. My daddy provided, okay, for 9 people, and my mother was a stay-at-home mom for a significant portion of my childhood. So my daddy knows all about that life, and my daddy can't respect people who can't, do what he do, and he don't accept excuses, and he don't accept bullshit. Okay, because my daddy will work, okay, from dusk until dawn before he let his family, go without, before he let his loved ones go without, before he let his kids, have a need that isn't filled, or his wife have a need that isn't filled. Okay, my daddy don't respect that. My daddy don't tolerate that. And none of the women in my family respect it or tolerate it, because that's not how.
They don't respect it because that's how they was raised as well. And also the dude who said Pentecostal, that's very funny. That's very funny. But now, if you really mean it, she meant Pentecostal. Because I used to be Pentecostal. It's Pentecostal. They believe in speaking in tongues. When you get the Holy Ghost, they believe in baptism in Jesus' name for the remission of sins in Acts 2:38. So we believe in all that. But now I'm more a different one now. But other than that, that's what she said. Pentecostal on the day of Pentecost was fully come when the Holy Ghost fully came in the book of Acts chapter 2, verse 38. Okay, so that's what she was saying. I don't know if you meant it or not, or just being funny, but yeah.
How the men in our family get down. Okay, so having those standards placed upon me and those expectations placed upon me, I was definitely not going to sit up here, okay, and get mixed up with some dude, okay, that couldn't really look out for me, couldn't really hold it down. Okay, I'd be shamed. I'd be shamed to take somebody like that home. I'd be shamed to claim somebody like that. Period.
That's the thing. Now you wonder why women don't have a lot of shame? That's why, because women running shit. There was a time when you would be ashamed to be with a bum. These women don't care. They bring anybody to the house now. This my new man. This my new man. Right? Now, I'm not a red pill dude. I don't know why you keep thinking that shit. I believe in masculinity, and I do support the patriarchy. But I ain't no red pill dude. I don't do that shit. The pill, before the pill shit came up, all these Skittles and colors and red pill and blue pill, it was always just called manhood. So I keep it old school and say masculinity and manhood. Now, let me get on this buster ass right here. Let me find him at Mr. Nick Cannon, bitch ass. Where you at, Nick Cannon? He's another example why a lot of us. Now I'm gonna put some of these women up here again. The 5 baby mamas, then I'm gonna put Nick Cannon up there. Let's do it. These are the 5 baby mamas. I want you to see how they celebrate being a dumbass.
When the song come on, let me see you get gone. Get gone. Baby mamas, this your song. Been pregnant for way too long. Now tell the DJ turn it off. Turn it off.
If she a baby mama,
go ahead.
She gon' do that baby mama.
Work.
She gon' put it on you. She gon' do that baby mama. Drop it down, drop it down low. Drop it down, drop it down low.
What is wrong with you, bitch? God damn. What is wrong with you? Why are you celebrating being baby mamas? Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. I got some more. I'm about to be done. Oh, one more. I can't play this song because it might be copyrighted, so I'm just going to play the baby mama again before I get to Nick Cannon. There you go. Baby mama, dumbass number 1, 2, dumbass 2. That's all the dumbasses right there, all together in a dumbass world. Doing dumbass things as a dumbass. Got to be proud of their dumbass shit. You dumbass. All right, now let's get to Nick Cannon. You see how glamorous it make it look to be a baby mama, man? Ain't that some shit? Where you at, Mr. Nicky? There it is. Listen to this shit.
I was watching Selling Sunset, found out that this is one of Nick Cannon's baby mamas, and got way too curious about what all of them look like. I wanted to see if he has a type, if they look like each other, so I'm making this video. So obviously we have Bree, who is on Selling Sunset right now. She has one of his kids. While she was on the show, he has a kid with Lanisha Cole. Only one kid so far. Next up, we have Abby De La Rosa. She appears to be the one with the most kids from him. Also, he seems to have twins a lot. So him and Abby have 3 kids together, which is the most he has with any of his 6 baby mamas. Also, if my math isn't mathing, just tell me because I'm bad at math. But Mariah and him have twins. Yeah, no, I fucked.
Mariah was a dumb ass woman. If you already know this man have all these kids, just because he's taking care of them doesn't mean it's right. You get what I'm saying? This is stupid. How are y'all celebrating? How are you celebrating being a baby mama? With these women, it's different because he got money. He got money. That's why this is going on. Okay, that's why they cool with that. That's the only reason why. If he was a brother down the street by the name of Tron, she wouldn't give him no pussy. But I just think it's terrible how they glamorize being a baby mama.
Fucked up. Brittany Bell also has 3 kids with him. I am hoping this completes the family tree, but I believe the last and final baby mama, and this is not in any particular order because I don't have time to make a correct timeline presentation, but they have 3 kids as well.
Yep. I'm going to play one more thing before we get out of here. If anybody wants to join the show, I'm going to give you about a minute to get on. If not, I'm cutting it off, and I'll be back next Sunday with another live stream. But I want to show you another example of what I was saying. This mentality started in the 60s, 1960s, and I forgot I had this clip. I'm going to play it right now. Hold on. Let me put it on to make it bigger for you. There we go.
If you're married, none of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. 1. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitment.
I don't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think?
Exactly. During the time of all that shit right there, the welfare. This all 1960s. I forgot I had that clip where to go, but that's exactly what we're looking at. So I done gave you a whole lot of shit to consider. Yes, I have. So you let me know what you think about it. Man, I tell you, man, all this rain and shit got everything fucking up here. But what I'm going to say to you, yeah, if anybody wants to join, feel free to join. I'll give you about a minute. I'm gonna check my email. If you want to be on the show and contribute, don't be long. Just talk a little bit. Don't talk all night. And we can talk, okay? I'm gonna check the thing. So like the gentleman who said, if you open up the lines, I'm opening up the lines now. All you got to do is hit that email going across your stream. It's jeremyhillshow1@gmail.com. And I send you the link. You click the link and you'll be able to come on to the show. Once you do it, please leave in the comments that let me know that you did it. You know what I'm saying? So I can go ahead and put you on the show. Because I'm going back and forth on this damn thing, on this computer. So I'll give you a minute. I'll put y'all on the screen while y'all doing it. I like that. Whores raising whores. Plus soft men as well. That's true. That is real true. Like Jesus said, I think he said, the blind lead the blind when they both fall in the ditch. Put some more stuff on. Hey, I appreciate it. I can dig it, baby. Bum shows always, man. I appreciate it, man. Wait till you see Sunday. I'm gonna be talking about the our children, the kids, man, because they out of control. I'm not talking about just the teenagers. I'm talking about the youngest, younger than that. But yeah, Future Kang, what's up, man? Put y'all on the screen. If I miss some of y'all, I'm sorry. I'm doing so much at one time. Let's see. Those are the days that I grew up. Yep, that's when it all fell apart for us. Man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for being a supporter of the show, man. Let me check. Okay, Robert Links would like to join. Okay, Mr. Link, I'm about to send you a link so you can join. And please keep it short and sweet, brother. Let me send you a link first, brother. So we go ahead and have a little conversation. Okay, let me send you a link, Mr. Robert Woods. Where is that? Right there. Reply. Okay. I done sent you the link, sir. If you want to join in, get in the conversation and stuff, come on with it, man. Come on and get in this thing, brother. Keep it short and sweet, though. You know what I mean? I really appreciate that. Thank you, Darren Kesey. I hope I'm saying your name right, man. Yeah, but yeah. Excellent show as always entertaining and informative. Keep up the amazing work, OG. Thank you, man. I appreciate that compliment, man. I really do. We're just waiting for the gentleman who, I think, Robert Woods. All you got to do, man, I sent you the email, sir. You click that link to join the show, and we can talk a little bit. Just make sure everything's short and sweet. Everybody's here waiting. Let's see. Salute to the channel. I ain't got my glasses on. I've been watching your videos lately. The video about some of them women on drugs was on point. I personally dealt with it. Thank you, man. I greatly appreciate it, man. I try to cover real stuff, man. I don't want my channel to be one of them tabloids where all they do is talk about celebrities and shit like that. It's cool to talk about them, but I just don't want my channel. I want to address real issues, man. You know, I just don't want. I can't do that. And see, it's not just talk. You the realest brother on the. Oh, thank you, man. I greatly appreciate that, man. I'm trying to be. Okay, Mr. Robert Woods is popping up. I better add you to the screen, brother. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. How you doing tonight, man, Mr. Woods?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate your show.
Thank you.
Like you said, I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet.
Oh, you can talk a little while. Just don't be like some dudes that be trying to talk for 3 hours and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay, I got you.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me turn my TV off here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Here we go. So just want to say, man, I appreciate your show. I'm the same age as you. Okay. And to tell you the truth, I've never seen what a healthy relationship looks like. And I just want to say everything that you say is always on point, brother.
Thank you, sir.
It's always on point. You know, I myself, I'm in my late 40s, got no children, because I refuse to let them be in the same situation where I grew up. But sticking to the topic of like tonight's program, you are 100% correct on point because, my parents were never married. And, I got family members, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. I got family members I don't even speak to, okay? And we didn't grow up together. And you're right about the whole welfare thing, because once, my mama got on welfare in Section 8, it's like I got horror stories. I could be here for days, but I'm going to keep it respectful. But it's like she took me over to my dad, like, here, take your son. I don't want this little motherfucker no more.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah, they're serious, okay? When I was about 3 or 4 years old, my father told me a story. He's like, yeah, she brought you to your job in a diaper and was like, here you go. All right. But yeah, a lot of these dudes out here, they got kids that they don't take care of, and it's just absurd, man. It's ridiculous. And these women, all that got pregnant, it's like, let's keep it a buck. In a couple years, they all gonna be arguing with each other, talking about, well, this nigga owe me child support, or he owe me. I got pregnant first. My baby's loaded. It's whack, man. It's whack. And the dude, and let's keep it a buck. The dude, they talking about he's some kind of quote unquote musician. That's just the key word for saying the nigga's broke. He ain't got no money like that.
Thank you. Do you even know who the fuck this dude is? What song did he put out?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The nigga, that's some game. That's some lame, goofy ass game. He's spitting y'all ears so he can get between y'all legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen this shit 100 times, man. It's crazy. And the thing about it, you know, like I said, I love your show, man. I hope they come back one day so we can talk about more subjects, because like I said, I'm the same age as you and I got stories for days. Yeah, I had in closing, I just want to say I've been through a lot, and you know, I'm kind of finally bouncing back. And you know, I lost my last job because I had a brick lady situation. And I had to learn the hard way, man. Don't protect none of these heifers out here, man. Everybody got to stand on their own.
Can I ask you this? Because I don't want to get too far in your business, man, but can you elaborate on the bricklayer thing? Because I'm curious now. If you don't want to talk about it, we don't got to talk about it.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to keep it short. So you know, I work in healthcare, okay? And you know, you don't see a lot of men that look like me unless they're walking around the office switching or swinging their hips or talking with a lisp, okay? But when I go now, let's keep it. I'm 5'6", but I'm 239 pounds, okay? You know, I stay in the gym. You know, I walk. You know, you taught to walk shoulders straight. You know, boom. You know, and so I had a bad day at work, okay? Heifers were pissing me off, so you know, I got up, I threw my headset, and I walked out and to go grab a cup of coffee. Came back, the manager talking about, oh yeah, you got. First of all, you know how it is, and nigga, they gonna let you work all day, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing. They let me work all day. So being that it was with the state, I had to have a hearing before they terminated me, and they told me that this girl said I picked up the headset and I almost hit her with it.
Damn.
So yeah, so she put extras on it. Okay.
Of course.
And the crazy shit about it was a black chick. Okay. And to exacerbate it even more, my supervisor wrote down a statement. And to exacerbate it even more, she took it to the manager, and up and up and up. You know how it goes up the chain of command.
Yeah,
so basically. Yeah, so basically they all, and this isn't the first incident I had. Like I said, I worked in healthcare. You know, I try to stay laid back, calm, cool, collected. I've had women literally get in my face and threaten to whoop my ass.
I believe that I've had encounters with women like that too. You have to check them. You got to really check them and let them remember that they're a woman. I've been through that shit before in my life too.
Right, but it's a double-edged sword. Because it's kind of like, you know, I know me personally, because like I said, you know, I'm in the gym, I'm 5'6", 239 pounds. And, you know, you try to ignore it. And I literally had women come in my face and yell and scream. And it's and that happened at a job I had before. And I told her, I told her straight, like, who the fuck you think you talking to? Like, you crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And of course, you know, I'm the bad guy now, you know. I'm the bad guy. You know, I left for a minute. I get a call from HR talking about, oh yeah, this manager said you cussed her out, But forget the fact that she was up in my face yelling and screaming like she was crazy.
Right.
You know, because you got to be careful, because it's a setup. It's like they want you to assault them so they could, number one, charge you with assault. And number two, that's a big lawsuit for the company.
Yeah. Yeah.
You always, as a black man, you always got to be thinking. And it's like you always in a catch-22 situation, man. And this goes back to the fact that, you know, like I said, don't get me wrong, I love black women for the most part. You know what? I'm not going to defend you until you prove that you're worth defending, straight up and down.
That's sensible too. That's what I don't understand about that, man. Not every woman is deserving of your protection. I don't know why they think everyone should give them protection when they're not proving themselves. Where are the merits that I'm supposed to protect you? That don't make no sense.
Right. And there was a white woman on the job who literally threatened to come up and punch me in the face. And, you know, I was at my computer doing my work, and I told her, man, you better sit your ass down. I said it just like that. And, you know, what was the black one saying? Y'all need to be more professional. How about you not being in a nigga's face threatening him? Okay? How about that?
Damn,
for
bro.
real.
Shit. Yeah, man.
All right. And I just want to say one last thing. So I was in a relationship for the past 13 years. You know, I did. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I swirled. I was with a white woman, and, you know, we broke up, and things didn't work out. And you know, you can't tell women some shit. And we haven't spoken in literally months. And I had to call her last night. And as I predicted, she turned out to be a crazy cat lady. I swear to God, she called me because, you know, we had one cat when we were together, and she went and told me, she goes, yeah, I'm officially a crazy cat lady now, you know, but hey, you want to be hard-headed your whole fucking life, you're going to end up alone with you and a bunch of fucking cats. So boom, there you go.
Man, I think some of the cats don't want them either. Some of the cats run away from these motherfuckers. They leave home.
Yeah.
They're so hard to get along with. Some of these women, man.
Yeah, she told me, she's like, oh man, one of these cats pissed in my bed last night. I'm like, well, shit, you got 4 cats. What do you expect? The fuck? you got 4 fucking cats. You know, women don't think. You know, you can't tell them shit. Can't tell them nothing, man. But
okay, I'm looking forward to seeing you again on another show, man. I'm gonna do another one this Sunday. I'm trying to do one about the children. Now, this is about the breakdown of the traditional family, but I'm gonna try to talk about like some of the negative influences happening to black children like that, and they just out of control. A lot of the kids are just out of control. So I'm gonna be hearing that pretty soon.
Yeah, brother. Like I said, I've been through a lot of life. I done been through the foster care system. I done been through the juvenile system. I done been in the military. I done done a lot in my life. So, yeah, I've done a lot. So, all right. Nice talking to you, brother.
Thank you for joining the show, man. I greatly appreciate it. Talk to you
again
soon.
Appreciate you. All right, peace.
All right, brother. Have a good one. All right, that was nice. I like that. Well, y'all, I'm going to look for a few more seconds, and I'm going to get out of here. I feel like eating. Let me see. All right, no one showed up. Well, let me go ahead and get on out of here. I thank y'all for being here today. Just show up on a Sunday at 5:15. Sunday at 5:15, I should have another one. Live stream. I'm trying to do maybe 2 a week now. I'm trying to get a little bit more on that, I guess. So, well, anyway, thank y'all for y'all time. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.